All right, welcome back to the Viral Vue channel where we talk all things Amazon Influencer Program to help you make more money by working smarter and not harder. I'm super excited for today's video. This is a first. We have a special guest. John, welcome to the channel.
Thanks so much for having me.
So John, to give you guys a background of John, I met him a year ago at a Amazon Sellers Conference. At this conference, there was hundreds of people all doing different things to make money on Amazon. And of all the people there, I think we were the only two that were doing the Amazon influencer program other than my brother and Reezy, right?
Yeah, it was only us, and I literally just started it. I think the conference was in April.
Yeah.
I got approved in February and just like hit the ground running. I think I got maybe like maybe 500 videos because I remember,
Let's
and I
go.
had no idea you guys were going to talk about it.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it
yeah.
helped me a ton because I was like, damn, like I didn't know they were talking about this. I had so many questions. I did a course, like I kind of understood it, but then like just hearing your guys' experience and just being like I remember there's like breakout rooms. It was
Yeah.
just like it was awesome.
Yeah. So me and John hit it off, got to know him. We've known each other for a year now. And we were both speakers at this conference. And what I really like about John is not only is he just a master in these like side hustle um, things of making money, but he has a really cool fitness journey. And what I really like is if you want to be a master at one thing, you need to be a master at every aspect in your life. And so it's just kind of cool to see, John, how you do one thing is how you do everything. So super excited to have John on. He is actually a full-time Amazon influencer. And so we're going to be able to learn a lot from him today. And John, would love to let you give a brief introduction to who you are as well.
Yeah, sure. So basically, I started selling books on Amazon, then went to OA and quit my job, did all that stuff, and then kind of heard about the Amazon influencer program. I heard about it probably 6 months before I actually started doing it, and kind of pissed that I didn't go in earlier. Which is crazy just to think that I knew about it. I actually did try it and I got denied. I Oh my god, what I was doing like to do my first three videos because there wasn't really that much information out about it. And I got denied the first time I tried, and you get denied three times. Basically, you can't do it again. You have to pick like a new social media account to do it with. And I was running a big Amazon OA business. Like, I don't have time for this. Like, whatever. I got rejected. I'm moving on. And then I saw, I forgot who the hell it was, someone on Instagram, and they had a 10K month on the influencer program. I was like, what? And they quit doing Amazon FBA. And I was like, okay, this is really interesting. So then I revisited the opportunity, kind of figured out how to get the three videos approved. Rake and Profit actually was like, hey, like I came up with this guide, just follow it exactly, did what he said, got approved. And then I was like, all right, like here we go. And in my head, I had the assumption, I was like, I'm gonna give this 500 videos and see what happens. Because with anything, because I just know from Amazon FBA and you know from private label, right? You can't do 1 hour research and be like, yeah, this isn't gonna work for me, or launch, one product and be like, yeah, this is stupid. Like you really have to give it a good go. And I was like, one, let me see if I like doing this, and two, let me see if I could start making money. Um, I think within the first week, I made my first like 25 cents. I was like, okay,
That's a fun
like,
time.
yeah, it's like if you don't get excited about like the first dollar or
Yeah.
first whatever you make, um, it's not going to be exciting for you. I was
Yeah.
like, holy shit, like this is okay, like this is something. And then I just kind of kept going and I was like, all right, let's get to those 500 videos and just basically did I was able to do 500 videos pretty quickly because one, we just moved, two, I have a business, an Amazon business, so there's probably like 100 things just that I had: computer screens, cameras, like all this stuff, printers. So it was pretty easy to kind of like climb up and kind of do that. And then yeah, I just hit the ground running, and then now I think I'm at like 2,600 videos,
Let's
which
go.
is
That's
crazy.
awesome. That's
Uh,
awesome.
so yeah, it's exciting.
Sweet. Yeah, we'll dive into that and how you're doing now. But I love so much what you said with, you started last year, you heard about it 6 months prior to starting, and I was the same. So I heard about it 2 years ago from my brother, and when he explained it to me, and for those that like are just learning about the Amazon Influencer Program, this was the way that my brother explained it to me. He said, dude, there's these people that are making like thousands of dollars a month by uploading review videos that you make on your phone to Amazon. And you don't upload it to social media, you upload it to Amazon, and then every time someone watches your video, you get paid. I'm like, okay, that sounds way too good to be true. Kind of like what you were saying. It's
Yeah.
like we've done all the different side hustles, we've done all the different ways to make money on Amazon, and we're like, this just seems like a get rich quick scheme. Like how much does it cost to start? Oh no, like it's free to have an account. You don't have to pay anything. Okay, how much do you have to pay for the inventory? Oh no, you don't have to pay anything. You just review the products you already own. And just the more he explained it, I was like, dude, this is too good to be true. But like you said, it's just like, you know what? Like let's throw some videos up. Like let's try it and see how it goes. And we didn't throw 500 up like you did, but we probably put like 30, 40 videos up. And then I checked like the next week and I saw, kind of like you said, I made like a couple dollars, and I was like, oh my gosh, this actually works. That means if I do this many videos, and then I just had this like epiphany, like, man, this is it. And so yeah, I started like going hard, putting up as many videos as possible. And it truly is just so, so fun. So, John, you've been doing it now for a year. One of my favorite things with the Amazon Influencer Program, like I said, is it's free to start. You don't have to put in really any money to make money. It's a very unique business model. And most businesses, you have like certain lessons, like mistakes that you make that you learn from, or you might like lose money and you learn from that mistake and be better. It's interesting. Like I don't know if you've ever had an instance where you've like lost money with the Amazon Influence Program, but is there a mistake that you made or a life lesson that you learned when you started the Amazon Influencer Program that was like a key takeaway for you?
I think for me, I usually get really excited about something. What I so after I kind of did like all pretty much everything in my house, everything in my parents' house, everything in like kind of my siblings' house, it was like how could I find more products to review? So I kind of did the Airbnb route where I would kind of you so what that is for people that don't know, you basically rent an Airbnb and then you review all the stuff in the house. And for me, I was so excited to get started. I was just like booking Airbnbs like crazy and not really putting in the research. So if you're gonna do an Airbnb, the kind of process you want to do is you want to look through all the pictures. You want to take out your phone and use the Amazon Lens and kind of scan the rooms to see if there's stuff in there that is already on Amazon. And hopefully it's high dollar stuff. Um, but I was just doing like any place. And in my head, when I started my FBA business, I was like, I don't care. I'm just gonna buy anything. I want to see if I could break even. Like, does this stuff sell? Is this viable? So I was kind of used to doing that. So I kind of lost a couple. I wouldn't say lost. I learned a lot about like what makes a good Airbnb, what makes a bad Airbnb. Like, I guess kind of doing the Airbnb thing. Like, I usually just never really stayed in a lot of Airbnbs personally. So one learning I had too, which I'd give anyone, is like pay full price when you're doing these Airbnbs and get some reviews. The very first person who like wrote me back was like I don't see you have any reviews. Like I'm a little skeptical,
Yeah.
about letting you like book. Like it's just one of those things. Like someone's letting you into their house or a rental or whatever. So I think that was definitely one of them. And yeah, just kind of yeah, I would probably say that's probably
Cool.
the only time I really lost money, I guess per
Yeah.
se, because you're not really putting out
You're
any
not.
capital. I
Yeah.
mean, in that sense, you kind of are, but for the most part, like a lot of the Airbnbs I did stay in, it was like I was away anyway. So instead of staying in a hotel, I just stayed there. So
Cool. Yeah, I love that. And this is like, yeah, that's like a next level strategy. Um, and it's so fun. There's so many different strategies, different ways that you can make money with the Amazon Influencer Program. And like I said, you don't really lose money. Like everything is free with the Amazon Influencer Program. But what I don't think people take into consideration is that your time is an asset as well. And there definitely are things that you can do to optimize your time to, again, work smarter and not harder. So, with that being said, if you could go back and tell John, who just started the Amazon Influencer program, or a watcher who is just starting the Amazon Influencer program, what would be something that you wish you would have known, or something that someone should know before they get started?
I'll answer it two different ways. So I think one thing I was kind of ingrained when I first learned it was like review everything. Like anything that you could see, whether that's in the Airbnbs, in your house, wherever you go, basically, review everything. And, the more videos you have, the more you will make in commissions. And while that is kind of true, I think if you're a beginner, you probably should just review everything you come across because, like, it's good for practice. At this point in time, I think you have to be smarter and a little bit more strategic. I kind of learned this the hard way last month doing creator connections, which is probably a little bit more advanced. So basically, creator connections is you go on Amazon, you're going to see all these products of private label sellers, bigger brands, and let's just say like this cell phone's up there. I can message the brand, hey, will you send me this cell phone? I'll do a review for you. If they agree, they send it to me. I make the video, tag them, and maybe they're paying out 10% commission, which is more. That's probably double what they'd pay out on a cell phone, just regular commission. And then the campaign will last, I don't know, a month or two or whatever. So I was like, oh man, like there was an influx of stuff on Creator Connections, and I was like just applying for stuff like crazy, and like a lot of this stuff just wasn't good. Like it either one like didn't sell that often, or it just was not a great product, or the price was like under $10. So like when you make commission, like 10% on $10 is only $1, which is great because you're not paying for anything, but like you have time invested into that. And I will say too is when you kind of first start, you're gonna want to track your time, because even at me at like peak efficiency, I feel like I'm pretty efficient at this. Like to do the video, upload it, make a thumbnail. You don't necessarily have to make a thumbnail, but I'm kind of tested back and forth. I do think a thumbnail matters as more competition comes on. Like telling the brand that like here's your video or whatever, it takes like 6 to 8 minutes per video. So even though the video is like 30 to 40 seconds, right? Like maybe you go to the listing, you read it for like 1 minute, get some bullet points. Eventually, like if you know what a phone does, like obviously you don't need to read it, but there's just stuff like that. So like just kind of keep that in mind. Like you said, time, you can't really get it back. So just know that it can take some time, but as you get better and better, it gets easier.
I love that. I love that you mentioned how Amazon has kind of changed from when you started to now. So like for me, I started 2 years ago. I did the same thing as you, just reviewed as many things as possible, which like you said, I do think is great. And if you're just starting, it isn't bad. Like again, you're not going to lose. There's going to be a lot of videos that you make that won't make you any money, but at the end of the day, like the more videos you have up, the more money you should make. But with more competition coming in and the Amazon Influencer program kind of changing, it led to where we are today, where we're trying to find different strategies, different ways to optimize our time and work smarter and not harder. For example, I think someone who is just getting started with the Amazon Influencer program should use a tool that Viral Vue, a software that this channel is all about. It's a tool called the Order History Scanner, where you can scan all of the products that you have purchased on Amazon, and it will tell you from best to worst which products will make you the most money. I wish I had that when I first started because, like, like you, I threw up like 500 videos in the first 2 months, and I would say probably like a third of those videos never made me any money. And so if I would have had this tool that would have showed me, hey, these products don't make any money, so don't review it, or these products have a ton of influencers, don't review it, I would have been able to save a lot of time. Also, love that you mentioned, creator connections, reaching out, getting free products. Would love to kind of dive into that area because one of my favorite things with the Amazon Influencer program is not only are you reviewing products you already own, but brands will then reach out to you and send you free products, pay you to send you free products, and then you can make videos of these products, upload them to Amazon, and then continue to make money. So brand deals is one of like my favorite aspects. It's so fun. You make a lot of money. Walk us through your journey with brand deals. What kind of products have you got, and just the whole brand deal aspect side of things.
Yeah, brand deals are, oh man, it's funny. I actually saw you. We both do like a clothing line. So I just got a new line of clothing from them. And they
Yeah.
basically like I got all new summer clothes. They pay me to make for per video. It's like a pretty sweet setup. I mean, I think that is one of the craziest parts about it is like
Hmm.
now I think as like I think this is a big misconception that I had, and it's definitely different because like at when I was doing my Amazon arbitrage business, like it was pretty successful. It was pretty big. Like you don't really come across like many obstacles, but for and you kind of know what is true and what is not true. When I first started the influencer program, I started hearing about stuff like you were saying, oh, like brands are gonna send you stuff. They're gonna start outreaching to you. I was like, I'm not getting any of this. Like, is this really true? But it takes a while. Like this is legit. This is like March 21. So this is probably like a legit a year that I've been doing it. And like now, like almost twice, probably get at least 2 or 3 inbound messages on Instagram a day asking if I want to do a brand deal. Can I send? And I was like, oh, okay, like this is what everyone was talking about. Um, and I think, yeah, brand deals are awesome. I've got like electric scooter, I've got a wine cooler, pretty much just great stuff. Like stuff that I wouldn't normally buy for myself that is cool. But I'm like, well, if someone will send it for me
Yeah.
free and pay like $20 to $50 for me to make this video, why not? So I think that is another aspect too. And I also think for people, if you want to, it's all about trade-offs. Like there's a lot like anything else. Like I was actually talking to my girlfriend about this the other day, and it was basically just like, listen, like you have to put in the time. So like I was doing videos for free. I remember one person was paying me like $5 per video, like just like complicated videos, and I was like, I need practice. And like the more and more I did like these not so great brand videos, like other sellers saw that and like started reaching out. Now I won't do any videos for free. It has to be like 20 or $30. Like the standard just goes up.
Hmm.
And I think that's like a big thing people have to, you just have to be patient and you have to put in the work. And now like just think, this is not to scare anyone, but I'm like 2,500 videos in, and now every day like 2 or 3 people reach out to me. When I had 500 videos, it was like, I don't know, maybe once a week, and like they would say no or it would fall through. So I feel like you just have to keep that in mind when you're doing this.
Dude, amazing. I just want to paint this picture for everyone that's listening right now because what you just said is amazing. First, anyone can do this. Like
For sure.
there's no only these people can do. Like literally anyone can do this. It's so easy. It's free to sign up, free to start. And I think when people sign up, they get excited about this brand deal side of things, which is good because I think there's a lot of money to be made. Um, but what I will add to it is you need to put, like you said, put in that work, get a bunch of videos up. The more videos you have up, the more brands are going to reach out. And like you said, when you first started, like you only had a few brands reaching out and you were charging a small amount, but now you're 2,500 videos in, you're getting 2, 3 messages a day. I imagine you say no a lot,
Yeah.
right?
Oh
And
yeah.
I'm the same way. I mean, I'm 1,500 videos in on my personal account, and I get messages all the time. And if I get a message from a product that is going to take me 45 minutes to assemble, and they're only going to pay me 30 bucks, I'm like, that's like no. I've got other options out there, and so it is cool that the more effort that you put in, the more opportunities that will come to you because the opportunities are endless with the Amazon influencer program. So you've been doing this full time now. What does an average day for you look like? Are you entirely doing? I know you have a podcast and you have your fitness journey, you have other things going on in your life, but how many hours are you putting in, and what does the average day look like for you?
The average day just really varies. It depends on how many products I have. I
Right.
try to do it. I don't know. I usually go. So my morning usually starts. I used to go to. I usually go to Panera, and I'll kind of do respond to all brand deals. Probably takes, I don't know, 20 minutes. Do creator connections, respond to all those. Reach out to other brands. Let's just call that's like an hour ish to kind of do that, and then I usually go to the gym for about, I don't know, an hour and a half, 2 hours. Come back, maybe film videos. Um, for like an hour or so, maybe upload videos for like an hour. It just really depends on how much. But I don't know. I feel like it. I'm definitely working a lot less than I was when I was doing like the Amazon business. I still do a
Yeah.
little online arbitrage, but it's mostly influencer right now. Um, so yeah, I would say it's, you could easily, if you do like 2 3 hours a day, you could definitely make like meaningful money. If you want to take it to another level, you could do that too. It all depends on what you want to do. So like right now, like a lot of my time is spent like trying to think how to outsource it a little more, and it also depends on the channels that you're doing. So like if you're just doing Amazon, you could do 2 3 hours a day. If you want to do a YouTube channel, posting all your videos, like, well, that's going to take some time to upload those videos, kind of get that going, So it just really depends. But I mean, I think a a big misconception is like, especially at first, you really have to put like in the effort. I think Romer always says it, Avery. It's like, oh, you can't expect, full-time pay for part-time hours.
Hmm.
And that definitely works like this too. And you could also do it. I have, you know, probably when I was getting all those creator connection ones, like I would probably work like 40 hours that week, like just
Yeah.
like banging out like 200 videos and uploading them and doing all this stuff. So it really ebbs and flows, but it's also like sometimes like, oh man, like this is like a lot. But it's like you're literally getting free stuff and making videos. Like how could you possibly complain about that?
Yeah.
And you're not putting out any money. So obviously, if you want more time, that's a different story. But like, if you break it down mathematically, you're literally getting free stuff. And another part of my day goes to, not all the time, but like Facebook Marketplace. I post a lot of stuff on Facebook Marketplace to sell it, um, and that's been going really well lately.
That's awesome. Yeah. Each day really is different. And I love what you said about you like you can't complain because this opportunity is crazy. So for example, there's this clothing brand that I have like a deal with where they send me 30 articles of clothing a month and they pay me $30 a video. So that's $900 a month. That's just like certain by one brand. And it's funny, like when I will do all 30 videos like in one day, and it probably takes me about 2 hours. And I'll literally like have my camera in front of me. I'll hit like start, like I'll review the shirt, whatever, hit stop, take it off, like put like the pants on, and I'll kind of just go through 30. And after 30, I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I'm burnt. And
I did
like,
that today for all the
yeah,
links they sent me. Took about 3 hours. That's like
yeah. And
pretty much
then
exactly.
you're like, oh man, like I don't want to do that. But then you think about it, you're like, I just made $900,
Yeah.
and then I get paid like probably 100. I think it's like $100 to $200 a month from those videos, and that number is just gonna keep going up. And it's like that was the easiest money I've ever made. Like you really can't complain. Yeah. So every day is different. And what I love with the Amazon Influencer Program is you have the freedom to make every day different. So if you do want to go on a vacation and you want to like take time off, that's fine. Like those your videos that once you make your videos, they will continue to make you money. And so like you can do this as part-time or as full-time, but like you said, if you want full-time results, you need to put in full time. So I have a roommate who probably put, I think he told me 40 hours. And then he's like, hey, I gotta work on my business, and so I'm gonna stop. And so he stopped. And in the last 8 months, he makes like $400 to $500 a month just off of what he did 8 months ago. And he's like, this is sick. Like, I don't even do it anymore and I still make money. So it really is so fun. And I hope you guys are taking in what John is saying because it's a great opportunity and he knows what he's talking about. So now kind of wanted to transition to wrap things up talk about Viral Vue, which is what this channel is all about, the software that essentially allows Amazon influencers to work smarter, not harder. It's a software I wish I had when I first started because it would have helped me. But how has Viral Vue helped you in your business?
Yeah, so Viral View is great. I guess if you're not familiar, it's basically a Chrome plugin. If you're on Amazon, it's going to hover over and it's going to kind of show you how many videos that like product has, and it kind of assigns a score from 1 to 100, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. And so basically I use it a lot to evaluate creator connection stuff. Right now in my business, I'm kind of in the work smarter where I'm not taking on every product. I'm kind of so what I'll do is if someone wants to send me I don't know, this remote control right here, um I'm going to look at Viral View and be like, "Hey, how many videos are on this?" Right? This is let's just say this high end. This is a $50 remote. Um and I can make 10% commission on this or whatever. So I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, and if the score is like, let's just say it's 70%, there's probably like one video on there. So I'm like, okay, like I will share that video with another person. Like that's a really good return for me. Now, if there's 20 videos on this remote, like that's not so good. It's probably going to pop up like a 30 for a score. So I use it a lot for that. I also use it for like personal shopping. The other day I bought actually this office chair. Um, and I was like looking through chairs, and it's like this had the highest score on Viral View. I literally just typed in office chair. You could just sort it, and I'm like, all right, this is the best chair that has like the least reviews on it and the most potential. So I actually bought this chair. Probably the best thing I brought was actually we have a dog, so we got like this dog waste container for the front of our house because we walk them all the time. I looked it up on Viral View. I think I paid like $25 for the thing. I probably made close to $200
Let's
on the
go.
dog. So it's
Let's
like
go.
great ROI, like because I needed to buy it anyway. So it's like
Yeah.
whatever. Took me an extra 5 minutes to like kind of sort through, and yeah, to this day, it's like one of my top sellers, or
Uh,
the top I get commission on rather.
that gets me so stoked because with the Amazon Influence Program, you can get so much stuff sent to you for free. Like we've already discussed that. But let's say there's a certain product that you just need to buy or that you can't get for free. You can use Viral View to find which product will give you the best opportunity to make your money back as an influencer. And yeah, Viral View helps that. And I use that on a daily basis. I shop on Amazon all the time. And I would say almost every single thing that I've bought using Viral View after like a certain period of time, I've made my money back and more. So like kind of like the example that you gave. So it really is a game changer. So there's a lot of different tools with Viral View. I know you use it on a daily basis. Is there a tool um, that would you say you use the most? Like everyone's different. I have my tools that like I prefer, but what would be the tool that is your favorite that you use the most consistently?
For the influencer program.
Yeah.
Probably Viral View actually.
Sorry,
Um,
which tool of Viral View? Like
oh, definitely the product research and then also downloading your videos. So you
cool.
could download your videos. So what I do, my process is I basically upload it to Amazon once it gets approved or whatever. There's like a little download button, and you hit the download button, and it takes like the title. So I title mine very specifically, be like, "Oh, is this side hustle experiment shirt worth it?" Something like that. And then this way, it's like kind of YouTube optimized. So when I download it and upload it to YouTube, it just pulls in that title. So it just makes it quicker for me. And then I put every all my videos into like a Google Drive, so then it's searchable, like this T-shirt if I were to search it. So that kind of makes my life easier. And yeah, product research if I'm buying something. But yeah, I'm using it pretty much every day to evaluate opportunities, especially brand deals too. Because it's like sometimes it's like it's not that much money, and then you look at it and it's like a 30 score. It's like this thing doesn't. That's another good part about it. It estimates how much money the brand has sold. So if you see something that's like, oh, they made like $500, it's like, wow. Even if I got all the video
Yeah.
about that, I'm gonna make $5. Like that's just not
Yeah.
worth it.
Yeah. If a product doesn't sell, there's no point in reviewing it because no one's gonna watch your video and buy it. So that's a great
Exactly.
point. And yeah, I love the video downloader as well. As someone, and you can relate to this, when I first started, I was making all of these videos and I didn't want to delete them. Um, and then I ran out of storage so quickly. I mean, 1,500 videos, all of a sudden and I have like I would take me a couple times to get it right or something. So I'd probably had like 3,000 videos on my phone. And so what was nice is I could delete them free and clear, knowing that if I ever need them again, I can use Viral Vue to re-download them. And then there is a lot of different strategies of repurposing that content, like you said, onto YouTube. There's different marketplaces you could upload onto Amazon Canada, Amazon UK. You could start a social media page. You could just go Pinterest. There's so many different ways, but just knowing that if you ever do need to repurpose your content or need that content for whatever reason, like I've had a brand reach out and say, "Hey, that video that you made for us, can we buy the rights from you?" And I was like, "Oh, I already deleted that." So I was like, "Well, let me just go to Viral Vue, download it, and then send it to them." So yeah, there's a lot of amazing tools there, a lot of ways again, work smarter, not harder. Now, just to wrap things up, um, where well, I actually got two questions to wrap things up. One, what is your end in mind or goal with the Amazon Influencer program? Is this the long-term play? Is it just going to be something that you're doing for now until another opportunity arises, or what is your future with the Amazon Influencer program?
I mean, I'm gonna keep doing it. I see. It's so early. I feel like I see so many different opportunities. I feel like with the influencer program, it was just weird. It just turned into something I just really like doing. So I just kind of went all in on it. I do think there's going to be a big potential. Brands get launched all the time. And I think it's kind of going to be like Gary Vee's been talking about it a lot. Like the future of shopping is like live video, basically like kind of what we're doing, TikTok shop. I also think other companies like Target and Walmart and Best Buy, they're going to follow and they're going to want like it will be a similar format. So let's just say like I have 2,500 videos and Best Buy like rolls out an influencer program, right? Well, like I have 25 potential videos, 2,500 that I could upload there. So I just think like this is like kind of the first platform, and a lot of other things are gonna go that way. Like we see it with TikTok Shop too. So if you could master like making product review videos, I would just do that. And like I just see a really big future. Brands are gonna want content like this. So for me, I'm just gonna continue to push and keep going because I just really like doing it.
Cool. I'm the exact same way. Amazon Influence Program. It's still very early. You learn a lot of different skills of being comfortable in front of the camera, reviewing products, working with brands, and yeah, there's going to be new opportunities that come out. I mean, just recently, I mean, in the last year, TikTok Shop kind of became a thing, and if you are comfortable with Amazon Influencer, the transition to TikTok Shop is super easy. And like you said, there's going to be other companies that follow suit, and it's going to be really easy to be ready when that time comes. So I'm the same. And then if there ever is a time when a new business or something comes up for you and you want to take time off, that's great, and you'll still be paid for the videos that you made, which is so awesome. It's literally like they're like little assets that are just making you passive income on the daily. So to wrap up, final question: what would be some advice or something that you would tell someone who is just starting? Um, what would be some just tips or tricks that would help them to make as much money as possible with the Amazon Influencer program or keep
I
them
think if
motivated to
you're
do
just
so?
getting started, I mean, you just have to stick with it. I mean, there are definitely times where I'm just like sitting there, I'm like, what are you doing? Like you're making like a review video, like drinking a protein shake. Like you're like this is so dumb. Like why are you doing this? This is like kind of early on, and it's just like you just gotta like push through and like kind of believe in the opportunity. And like, you see a lot in these Facebook groups. It's like I would say almost know your numbers. And because like in the Facebook groups, like if you read like some of these Amazon influencer Facebook groups, it's like the world is ending, it's over. They're like, I used to make X amount of money, now I make no money, and it's like all this stuff, and I was like, I don't know, like that's not really what I'm experiencing. Like I don't know what these people are doing.
Yeah.
It's just really weird to me. So I think like stick with it, know what your numbers are, and don't get. I don't know with any business like the numbers are small at first, especially with this because you're making commission. So like you're gonna have $1 day, a $2 day, and like while that does not seem like a lot in the grand scheme of things, like just remember like you paid nothing to do this, right? This is like a free dollar. Again, yeah, you spend a minute of your time or whatever, but like whatever. You just gotta see the longer picture and just know that like, you know, a couple more and a couple more, the more you sell, like the more it goes, and the more videos you have, the more you make. Like 1,000 videos at $1 each, right? It's $1,000. So I think like you just have to stick with it, put your head down, put in the work, like, and just commit like to making a certain amount of videos, and don't even really like look at the dollars. Just be like, all right, I'm gonna make this amount of videos and see if I like it, see what happens, and then if it's not for you, it's not for you. But I don't know. That's kind of what you might as well just do whatever's in your house. Like you have
Yeah.
nothing to lose by doing that.
Yeah. Could not have said it better myself. Just stick with it. No matter times people are like, they start and they're like, hey, I'm only making this much. And they're like, how many videos you made? They're like, oh, I made 50, and it's 50 videos. And it's like, you just got to keep going. There's going to be things that are out of your control, but just focus on the things that are in your control. And you can't lose. You'll make money. Super awesome. John, where can people find you?
Side hustle experiment on Instagram and YouTube.
Cool. I will link those in the description down below. John, thank you again for coming on. If you guys want to subscribe to Viral Vue, I will include a link down below as well with a coupon code where you can get 10% off for life. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. John, you're the man. Appreciate you and all your wisdom, and excited to keep watching you grow.